I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comic Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments, I don't understand why we call them dentures. We should call them substitutes. So, kicking it off this week with last week's Comic Corner, grape flavor is still available. Josh Martinez kicked it off with Forst, Premier, Saisho, Kwanzaa, Erste, Spokhatu. First! I'm guessing all those meant first. Then Josh Martinez commented, I got revenge on that fowl. I graped it in the mouth. Then I graped its hatchlings. I tied its gander to the radiator and graped it sick. Guess this makes me a serial grapist. Lol. I hate you, but that was a little clever. Then Josh Martinez commented, on this very night, 10 minutes ago, along this same channel of reviews, in a dense fog just like this, I saw the worst accident I'd ever seen. There was this sound, like a Twinkie truck, dropping off the first step of my neighbor's stairway. And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this. Yes, sir. The worst accident I'd ever seen. To this, Robert Kindler replied, Dude, I don't need to hear about the accident you just had. If you saw that image, then you just had one too. Then Josh Martinez commented, I miss grape jello. Okay, we covered this last week. That's still available. Then Robert Kindler made his own comment. So what did you think of the new Munsters trailer? Looks okay. I'll check it out. I mean, the Munsters was one of those shows that when it came on when I was a kid, I'd watch it occasionally, but I was never that into it. I will say, though, I'm a little disappointed that they're doing, like, the origin story, I guess. So it looks like there's going to be no Eddie or Marilyn, but I'll check it out. Then Robert Kindler commented, have you listened to Mick Foley's new podcast at all? No. I'm not a big podcast person. Basically, if one gets uploaded to the YouTubes that seems very interesting, I'll click on it and watch that one, but that's about it. I don't really listen to podcasts. Then Robert Kindler commented, wait, I thought all retail had everything in the back. You thought wrong. You and everybody else thinks that the back room is just this magical place where we can literally store everything we ever carry in limitless supply. Then Robert Kindler commented, I once had a duck ask me if I had any grapes. Did you put them on his bill? Then Robert Kindler commented, Josh, I don't think they have the strength to drag you across the floor. Rob, that would just make it all the more funny. Then Robert Kindler commented, and I'll mention it again before I'm done. I'm sure you will. Then Robert Kindler commented, ew. Guacamole.
How dare you?
Then he commented,
Ew.
Avocado. What is wrong with you? Avocado is a delicious fruit that really should be considered a vegetable, because come on. Then Robert Kindler commented, Josh watches a documentary about beavers every night. Well, he ain't wrong. Then Robert Kindler commented, that song is much better when Warehouse 13 did it. Okay. Then Robert Kindler commented, I'll tell you a story from my childhood. I once had a friend who had a total meltdown when we went out for pizza and we stole the cheese and pepper shakers. I'm pretty sure we stole the silverware and the pizza pan too, but don't quote me on that. I will quote you on that, because yes, you did. You stole the pizza pan and the silverware and everything. And I'm sorry, but you're telling it wrong. I did not have a meltdown. I got angry. I asked, what are you doing? And told you you shouldn't do it. But did I rat you out? Did I throw a big old fit inside the place? No. I just got angry because, call me crazy, but I have this weird notion that stealing is wrong. Found out a few years later that you gave the pizza pan to author Ken Lindsay, author of the Gavin English series and The River Runes. Available at kenlindsaybooks.com. And his wife at the time. They were very shocked to find out that they had gotten a stolen pizza pan. Then Robert Kindler commented, why do you think you and your brother never went to the park with me? I went to the park with you many times. 3 moles are in a tunnel. The first mole says, I smell sugar. Second mole says, I smell cinnamon. Third mole says, I smell molasses. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, I love you. Josh Martinez commented, how do you get a farmer's daughter to fall in love with you? A tractor. I dated a communist once. I had no idea. She seemed sweet, but it didn't end well. Honestly, I should have noticed all the red flags. I told my girlfriend she was drawing her eyebrows on too high. She looked surprised. Never laugh at your wife's choices. You're one of them. I like to show my girlfriend who's the boss in this house. I do this by holding a mirror up to her face. My deaf girlfriend just told me, I think we need to talk. That's not a good sign. What's the difference between love and marriage? Love is one long, sweet dream, and marriage is the alarm clock. Who wrote that last one? Al Bundy? Then Joshua Martinez commented, I miss Grape Ape. Okay? Dude, you miss grapes. Even though they're still around. Then Robert Kindler commented, there's a reason I use self-checkout as much as I can. I find the cashiers just as annoying as you find the customers. Fair enough, they can be, especially the ones that love to talk about the crap you bought. I hate that. But this is why it's not the same. When you go into that store that day, you're going to have to deal with maybe one cashier. Maybe two if you have to go get something else after you've bought all your stuff. We have to deal with hundreds of customers. And the customers we deal with at the self-checkout, the most annoying. Then Robert Kindler commented, Keith Whitley said, you say it best when you say nothing at all. And Solomon said it best when he said, even a fool is thought to be wise when he keeps his mouth shut. Then Robert Kindler commented, damn, the D is that good? Eggplant. I don't know if it's as good as an eggplant. I didn't talk to her that much. I basically just kept trying to get her out of there. Then Robert Kindler commented, you'd listen to my personal problems, wouldn't you? About the same way you'd probably listen to mine. I'd let you talk, whereas in my head I'd be thinking, how did they get close enough to that bear to shave it? Then Robert Kindler commented, I think the most awkward conversation I was a part of, Lucky and I were hanging out with two other people. I don't think you ever met them. The guy was LGBTQ, and the girl was not. They were talking about a guy not there. She said he was good in bed. He replied, oh yeah, he was. I wasn't there for that particular time. I never met the girl, but I have met that guy. Because another time I was hanging out with you and Lucky, he was around, and he kept bringing it up because he thought it was the funniest thing in the world that him and a straight girl both knew how this guy were in the sack. My dad was very upset when our rabbits got away. It was his worst fear. Hair loss. Then on my Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed the documentary Card Subject to Change, Robert Kindler kicked it off with, how the damn hell has this been up for 6 hours and I'm still able to say first? Because I will admit the wrestling videos are generally not always my least popular of the week. It's very, very niche. Then Joshua Martinez commented, okay, brother, you've won that round, but hear this, I will have a rematch, and I will have my day in the semicircle, the semicolon, the semifinals, the great square Gamboza in the sky, brother, and you will lose your critic title. Yes, I will be victorious. I will be Victoria Justice, brother. You just wait until the Bestie Maniac and iCarly go wild on you. I'm a fighting champion. Anytime, anyplace, you be there. Unless I have to work or do this. Then Joshua Martinez commented, I miss Grapevine. I miss hearing it through that. And then Paul Jetto commented, I've been getting into some more wrestling lately. Catching up. Where can I find this? Also, I forgot which video you mentioned it, but I just finished WrestleMania 12 a couple days ago. That Iron Man match was insane, dude. Okay, and answer your first question, Card Subject to Change. Right now you can find it on tubetv.com. And to the second one, I know, huh? I'll tell you, one thing I can't deal with is a deck of glued cards. Then on my Davy's Awesome Movies, where I reviewed The Cabin in the Woods. Fantastic movie. Robert Kindler commented, I have to admit, one of my favorite movies. Not one I can watch every day, but maybe once or twice a year. First, it is a great movie, but even I will admit, no, it's not one I'm going to watch every day. But at least once a year, I gotta check it out again. Joshua Martinez commented, I'd sell my aunt's jewelry to a ninja to get a sequel to this movie. I don't think it would work, because I don't think any of our aunts have anything expensive. And if they did, they pawned them by now. Then Joshua Martinez commented, I asked my grandpa, after 65 years, you still call Grandma darling, beautiful, and honey. What's the secret, Grandpa? I forgot her name 5 years ago and I'm scared to ask her. My grandpa has acquired a trick for meeting new people. He got Alzheimer's. My grandpa always told me slow and steady wins the race. He died in a fire.
What?
Grandpa was talking to his grandson. Grandpa, what has 4 legs but isn't alive? Grandson, a chair. Haha. Nice try, Gramps. Grandpa, it's your dog, Billy. I backed over that little bastard in the driveway. We just found out Grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one is taking it harder than Grandma.
I rather enjoyed that.
Boy talking to Grandpa. Boy, Grandpa, can you make a noise like a frog? Grandpa, no I can't. Why do you ask? Boy, well, Grandma said I can go to Disneyland when you croak. Then Joshua Martinez commented, I miss the grapes of wrath. Dude, enough. What is with you and all these grape things? And then a returning J-Spud commented, oh God, I am terrified of cabins. My parents left me in a cabin once, deep in the Appalachians. It was awful. I only had 1 change of clothes and 3 cans of tuna. I think the place was haunted. There were crucifixes on the wall that slowly turned inverted. I don't understand the significance of this phenomenon, and voiced as much to the possible specters in the enclosed confines of the cabin. I swear I heard what sounded like the spirit of John Candy's cousin, grumbling something anti-Semitic before the most horrifying sight greeted me. It was a dollar bill with 3 of the edges snipped. Who could be so cruel? It was a terrible birthday for me. A week later, my mother came to me to take me home via court order. When I told her about the ghost, she had me wait in the car while she investigated. I'll never forget the sight of my mother, suspended midair, in a trolley horse position, making ghost noises while her eyes rolled in her back with a goofy Joker smile. She also kept yelling, Daddy. She must have been wicked possessed. I heard the specter call her his Ghostbuster. Then Paul Jetto commented, before watching this, I thought it was the other cabin movie, Cabin Fever. Now I gotta see this one. Just to let you know, this movie's way better than Cabin Fever, even though that one was pretty good. But it does lack a certain Ryder Strong. By the way, Josh, Ryder Strong Day is coming. Then Robert Kindler commented, and the champ goes on last. I accidentally handed my wife a glue stick instead of her chapstick. She still isn't speaking to me. So there you have it. That's the Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications for when I post new videos, and leave a comment of your own so you can be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.